I ran across this podcast that was on X. There was this guy by the name of George Pagan, and I think the name of the podcast was Redacted News. He was talking about how Antarctica is holding interstellar vehicles, and he also said something about plasmoid creatures living in our ocean that we're communicating with. The part that really got me was the plasmoid creatures part because I had an experience that to this day I cannot explain. I have a terrace outside of my apartment. I live in Brooklyn, New York. On that terrace, there's a wall that's about 10 feet high, and I was sitting about 10 feet behind it. You can see the sky above that wall. So I was watching this movie, and out of nowhere, and it wasn't just me, there was about 3 or 4 people that seen it as well. On top of that wall, there was a creature that just flew over the top in the sky, and it looked like a stingray or like a manta ray. It was translucent, purplish in color, and it was flying in the sky like this, just over our heads. So it was for like a good 10 seconds. I'm watching it as it's passing by. I'm just watching it. And then out of nowhere, it just disappears into like a smoke. So it passed over my head, and as I'm watching it, like when I seen it over here on this side, when I was on my terrace, smoke just disappeared. And I just looked at everyone like that was with us and that was with me, and I said, "Did you see that?" And those that did see it said, "Yeah," and they told me what they saw. I said, "What I saw." We all couldn't just understand what it was. So when he starts talking about plasmoid creatures, it got me thinking, like, damn, is that what I saw? Does this thing look like a stingray? And I know he's saying that they would be in the ocean if this was true. We don't know if they're able to come out of the ocean, but this was in the sky. And they also say, as above, so below, something around those terms. So, if that's what I saw, that's crazy. Because at least that would put a lid on what I saw and put some proof or truth behind it. But that was crazy. Wild.